Hello, I'm Eric, and this is Dave, and we're going to be showing off a whole bunch of serial terminals and serial tricks you can do, and talking to different machines, and, sometimes your machine or your mainframe is nowhere near you, and the only way to talk to it is with a terminal, over far away. Maybe back in the day it would be miles or something away. Now it's, 5 feet away on the other side of the room, but still kind of the same thing, so. Okay, so speaking of old serial terminals, this thing here is an IBM 3151. This isn't that old. This is from like the 90s or something. It's not like an 80s or 70s terminal. This is from like 91 or something, but still significantly older than the machine that it's talking to. Machine on the other end here is just a fairly modern Linux server, like it's an Opteron, maybe like 2013 or something, so way newer, but hey, things still have serial ports, things can still talk over serial, so I can still log into this thing over serial. Oh, that's not my password. That's my password. And this IBM is actually running in WISE mode, so I need to set it to WISE, which should be my new terminal type. Yep, WISE 60 in crazy 25 by 132 mode. People have been hunting for like 80 column mode. This is 132 column mode, even better than 80 column mode. And so, whatever you want to do over here, I can run Vim over this thing, which before I set this up, it was running in the wrong terminal mode, and Vim just like wasn't working like at all. This would just be all like garbled. But with the correct terminal, sends the correct control characters, or at least tries to send the correct control characters, and I can run things from here. Having a serial terminal on my server is actually pretty helpful, because you ever lock yourself out of a SSH or something, or skew something up, and this is sometimes faster than having to get like a keyboard and a monitor connected to the actual server. I connect it over a single cable to this machine, and I can do whatever I want with this. Oh, right, I need to not save that. In case anyone's wondering, the other end is a Opteron. It's not telling me because LSCPU is glitching out, but whatever. It's a fairly modern system, but anything with a serial port can still talk to anything over serial, regardless of age. I apologize if this footage is really shaky. I'm now holding the camera, but over here is a AT&T Unix PC, which was made in 1985. Purchased by the Rochester Institute of Technology in 1987, and then sold to a prospective student who never actually used it, because I bought this thing a few years ago, still in its box, and never used, from his wife after he had passed, and the wife was just selling a bunch of old computer stuff. Why this is here is because this is actually running as a serial host as well, to sort of show off how anything running over serial can just talk to anything else running over serial. So let's say you wanted to do Unix work, instead of being at the actual machine, this can be hidden somewhere in your server room, mainframe room, or just in another room in the office, and you can talk to it from anywhere else.
Okay, so for a more modern take on terminals, what I've done is, this is a board I designed. It's based on a design by Jeff Graham in Australia. And I designed it for two different modes. This is this typical mode where it's a PS2 keyboard, VGA output. And then I have another mode which can use an Adafruit LCD SPI adapter. And I use some mini DIN connectors that I had sitting around for outputs. So what we have here is serial out going through a string of adapters, a null modem, and a tester over to the Unix PC that Eric just talked about earlier.
Yep. And the Unix PC also only has a 25-pin serial port, so it's got to go through a number of 25-pin and 9-pin adapters to get back to a 9-pin serial.
So we have a serial port adapter, and now we're using a modern take on a VT100 terminal with an old vintage computer.
Yeah, since Serial can run over pretty much anything. Unfortunately, the AT&T machine only runs at 9600 baud. It can run slower than that, but I can't run it any faster than that. But I mean, for most things, text-based anything, 9600 baud is probably fast enough. I mean, when you need to send data over a serial line that fast, that's a bit ridiculous, isn't it? Not just for fun, I could build terminals together because why not? So if I type something on here, it appears on the other one. So why would you do this? This is a good way to mess at your friends, you know? You just do something like, you know, suddenly it's typing out of nowhere and you can't see where it's typing from. You know, I mean, probably would never actually do anything like this in the real world. I can't see why you just connect two terminals together because they're both dumb terminals. They have no storage. Is there any reason you would actually do this other than because it's fun? Maybe to control something? Like you could probably do like I don't know, send commands to another terminal and have it do something on the other end if you had something connected to it. I don't know why you'd do this, but you can because it's fun. Anyway, I guess that's about it. Just showing off two different serial terminals, modern one and old one that can talk to each other just fine.